VolksWagen SUVW post-game report.
As expected, the Pittsburgh Steelers handle an undermanned Houston Texans team on this Christmas Day, jumping out to a 20-0 halftime lead. DeAndre Hopkins' spectacular catch, the only bright spot for the Texans. 34-6. The Steelers locked down a bye for these 2017 playoffs. Ben Roethlisberger at it again. Another solid game. Standing by now with Heather Cox.
Ben, tonight the Killer Bees were down to 2. How did you compensate for the loss of Antonio Brown?
Well, you can never replace AB. And I think the coolest thing about it is guys weren't trying to. They were just out there trying to be the best they could be. It starts with the line. The line was amazing tonight, gave us lots of time, and guys made plays when they had to.
And with this win, you're guaranteed a bye for the first time since 2010. How would you describe the importance of getting that week off?
It'll be nice, especially for AB and some other guys that are a little banged up. To let yourself get healthy and rested, it's a good feeling. You're looking around.
It's amazing to hear the sound here. I mean, this feels like we're in a Pittsburgh Steelers home game. Now, tonight was your 200th game. How do you put that into perspective?
Man, I'm old. Played for a long time, but I tell you what, I'm blessed to play for an organization like this. The Lord has blessed me with health to play this long. I just can't say enough about the Rooney family and the rest of my teammates. I just love all of them, and to play 200 games with them in this black and gold with the DMR patch on for Mr. Rooney, I just thank you, Lord.
Enjoy this one, and Merry Christmas, Ben.
Merry Christmas.
Mike?
To you, Heather, as well. Thank you, DMR, for Dan Rooney, the longtime owner of the Steelers, who passed away last year. In the Rooney family ownership and running of this team continues to be very smooth, as Art Rooney, now the president of this organization. You think about the AFC playoff picture. Joe Flacco may get in there with Baltimore. We don't know if Phillip Rivers and the Chargers will get in there. Alex Smith with Kansas City and Blake Bortles will get that playoff experience. But at the top, you're going to have to beat Brady or Ben to get to Minnesota and Super Bowl 52 on NBC.
And you always talk about matchups, and that's going to be the fun part. I mean, Ravens, Steelers, if they end up matching up. You talked about Jacksonville, who already has beaten Pittsburgh, and Kansas City, who already went to New England. It's going to be fun because a lot of it does come down to how do we match up across the board against that opponent. Not are we better, but how do we match up?
Ben said the right things, but let me ask you, here's no Antonio Brown for the first time, really in a meaningful game for the Steelers in the last 5 years. Did you see enough today to feel okay if Brown is not 100% once we get to the postseason?
Well, I mean, you don't want to go into the postseason without AB, but what I saw was guys step up when they got the opportunity. And that's really what it's all about, is if you can trust those guys. And you saw Ben throw some out there and trust his guys. We saw it to Juju. We saw it to Martavis early on. I'm going to give you a shot.
Right.
Can I trust you down the stretch? And so every time they make some of those plays, it gives Ben a little more trust when it comes playoff time. And now you're getting more seasoned guys.
Yeah.
So if you do get AB back with the trust you have in the other guys, they get really dangerous.
They have a lot of options. Vance McDonald as well had a good start to this game, and they do hope that Antonio Brown will be back from that calf contusion. We saw him on social media walking around, fighting to get ready to get going. More from Houston after this. The Steelers locked down a bye in the AFC playoffs with this performance on Christmas Day.
Really? 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 Really?
See zero in a whole new way. Get 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due at signing on select Volkswagen models. Now with the People First warranty.
Tonight, Fallon has Golden Globe nominees Zendaya.
This is my red carpet walk.
And they play charades with Billy Crudup, plus Christmas sweaters.
This is meant for you. Is that unbelievable?
With a performance from Big Sean and Metro Boomin. The Tonight Show.
Thank you for watching the VolksWagen SUVW post-game report.
So the Steelers improved to 12-3. Your seeds over there on the AFC side, New England and Pittsburgh, they will have the bye. Jacksonville, Kansas City, Baltimore and Tennessee are win and in next week. The Chargers and Buffalo will need Week 17 help. Those are the 8 teams alive on the AFC side. The NFC, the Monday Nighter coming up in a little bit. Philadelphia, a chance to clinch that the road to the NFC title would go through Philadelphia. On the path to try to get to Minnesota, the Vikings hope that they can be the home team all the way through Super Bowl 52 6 weeks from now on NBC. The Rams and the Saints leading divisions. Atlanta, Seattle battling for that last spot. Atlanta's got a win-and-in situation with Carolina. Seattle needs Atlanta to lose and the Seahawks win to get in. Your playoff picture with 17 games left in the 2017 season. We'll have the wild card game for you on NBC in 2 weeks, a divisional playoff in 3 weeks, and as I said, Super Bowl 52 coming up 6 weeks away. Starting tonight at 8/7 Central, the animated classic Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, followed by the NBC Movie of the Week, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, starring Jim Carrey. Next on NFL Network, it's the Mazda postgame show. Great being with Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champ Kurt Warner, Heather Cox, Rob Hyland, Pierre Musa, our entire team. Mike Tirico. Merry Christmas from Houston.
Welcome to the Mazda postgame show.
So Le'Veon Bell scores that time when the ball breaks the plane and it comes loose. That's fine. Meanwhile, what a catch by DeAndre Hopkins.
That's an incredible play.
Catch of the year, as Mike Tirico called it. Could even be better than that. And who better to have on the Mazda postgame show to talk about it all than the greatest receiver in the history of the University of Miami and Michael Irvin here on the show. Wow.
Hey, don't give him that you know it right there. You know it.
Reggie
That's all that love right there, Red.
I do have to defer to the man who is in the Hall of Fame currently. You will be there one day, Reggie.
Coming.
But Irv,
He's coming.
That catch, holy cow. I mean, that was incredible.
And we talk about it all the time, and we talked about it in the pregame show. You just give this guy an opportunity. He makes some of the most incredible plays that you will see. This is a phenomenal play. I mean, phenomenal play. He tried to snatch that with the one hand.
He tried to disrespect him real.
Right. He tried to snatch it with one hand. But it comes down to, it's funny, because that's how our one-handers used to be. They used to be knock it down to yourself and catch it. This dude right here, that's incredible. To knock that ball, catch it with his left hand, and had a presence of mind to touch that toe.
One thing about it is, this is why DeAndre Hopkins is going to his second Pro Bowl. This is why he's a starter. You give him those opportunities to make those kind of catches because he can get it done. He knew exactly where he was on that field. That's what I like about it. He knew how much space he had before he was out of bounds, and he had the presence to tap that ball to himself and still get his feet.
Well, just to recap for the mere mortals that I'm representing out here. Okay, so you guys think that the initial plan when he sees the ball in the air was to try and backhand one and grab it. When he didn't get it, he then said, okay, plan B, which is tip it to myself or know that it's up in the air. Go find it, grab it, have the sense to toe tap. That was the way it all worked out.
That's an incredible thing, Rich, when you break it down like that, because he did try to catch it.
He definitely tried.
He tried to catch it with one hand, then he didn't catch it. But just the tough part of that is not the first part, trying to stab with one hand. It's to have the presence of mind to be falling and grab it with your off hand.
And get your feet in bounds.
Wow, as I explained to you guys when we were having that chat talk about offensive linemen and wide receivers, wow, he had to grab that ball between heaven and earth while somebody's trying to take his head off a stopper. It's a phenomenal athletic play by a phenomenal athlete that plays the position of wide receiver.
Not just anybody, too. That was Hayden. On him.
Oh, he knew who was on him.
That's not just anybody.
He knew who was on him. He tried to have his own personal highlight reel.
He
tried to snatch that thing with his right hand.
Him and Joe.
It's like posterizing on the hardwood. Is that what you're saying? Just thinking about it. I mean, it really was incredible and a great treat for a game that had already gotten out of hand right here on the NFL Network and NBC. So here's what ends up happening is that the Steelers have won. They got the bye week that they need because Antonio Brown is out for the foreseeable future right now. They do expect him back for the playoffs, but now they know he can have the next 2 weeks off. That'll give him 3 weeks off. And now they just have to hope the Jets do the job for him, essentially. That's the current status right now as the Jets are in New England next week. If the Patriots win, they will get home field advantage throughout the AFC playoffs. Steve Wyche with Juju Smith-Schuster had a touchdown grab of his own.
Juju, you guys come in here, you get the win, you clinch the bye for the playoffs. How important was that?
Very important. You know, we got guys hurt right now, like Antonio Brown, you know, means a lot, you know, not just for them, but for ourselves too. You know, for us to rest, to get back healthy, and get ready for the second round.
Now, players are people wondering all week how focused you guys are going to be after that big loss, and you came out here and really handled business. What was the approach?
Man, still Christmas. You know, Merry Christmas to everybody out there. But the approach for us, you know, come out here with the guys that we had and just dominate the game.
After DeAndre Hopkins make that incredible catch, I want to get your opinion on that, but then you come back and make the big catch and then the touchdown. What about your answer to that play?
Man, you know, I just got to trust it to my own lineman. You know, trust it to Ben putting it there. That was a great catch by DeAndre Hopkins. You know, that's what I expect out of him. But for myself, you know, you got to make your plays when it comes your way.
Now, I would ask you about the touchdown celebration, but I got to ask you about the pick in the hair so quick after the game.
Man, the pick, you know, I'm trying to bring the new style back. You know, the high top, flat top. If you've seen kids play, I'm young, and I did my research, but that's what I'm trying to go for.
Okay, so Antonio's got the Nino Brown, you got the kid in play. Congratulations, man.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Appreciate you, man.
That's cool.
There was opening up a present on Christmas Day. The new 21-year-old is having himself a ball.
Where is Willie McGinnis? I told Willie McGinnis it was going to be about Juju Smith-Schuster.
30. Well, I mean, yeah. Okay.
You know, we were in the debate about
him
Juju
or Bryant.
Or Martavius Bryant.
NFL Total Access Endgame tonight after the Eagles and Raiders.
Willie didn't want to hear it, Coach.
The Christmas special post-game show is presented by the Mazda CX-5. Driving matters.
Gifts crafted by human hands move us the most, especially those infused with the passion of the people who create them. This holiday, treat yourself to a Mazda, crafted just for you. Celebrate the season with a test drive today. Mazda. Driving matters.
226 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, a 115 passer rating, missed on only 9 passes. That's how Big Ben spent his Christmas. And it all wound up for the chat moments ago with our Heather Cox.
Ben, tonight the Killer Bees were down to 2. How did you compensate for the loss of Antonio Brown?
Well, you can never replace AB. And I think the coolest thing about it is guys weren't trying to. They were just out there trying to be the best they could be. It starts with the line. The line was amazing tonight, gave us lots of time, and guys made plays when they had to.
And with this win, you're guaranteed a bye for the first time since 2010. How would you describe the importance of getting that week off?
It'll be nice, especially for AB and some other guys that are a little banged up. To let yourself get healthy and rested, it's a good feeling.
You're looking around. It's amazing to hear the sound here. I mean, this feels like we're in a Pittsburgh Steelers home game. Now, tonight was your 200th game. How do you put that into perspective?
Man, I'm old. Played for a long time, but I tell you what, I'm blessed to play for an organization like this. The Lord has blessed me with health to play this long. I just can't say enough about the Rooney family and the rest of my teammates. I just love all of them, and to play 200 games with them in this black and gold with the DMR patch on for Mr. Rooney, I just thank you, Lord.
Enjoy this one, and Merry Christmas, Ben.
Merry Christmas.
That's it. So Ben now goes home to take on a Cleveland Browns team that he did help today. He did help today because by beating Houston, that improved the second first-round draft choice that the Browns have in next year's draft. Remember, the Texans used that pick to acquire Deshaun Watson to move up and take him. The Browns now own the 1st and 4th overall selection.
That's great, man.
Yeah, so just when you thought Ben likes to torment the Browns, he actually helped him today.
Wow.
How did he help him today? How did he do it without Antonio Brown? What'd they do?
I think everybody just put their hand in the deck. You're going to need everybody to participate without AB out there, and that's what you saw today. You saw McDonald, you saw Jesse James, you saw Eli Rogers. You even saw Justin Hunter, who at one point in time in Tennessee said he was just another guy. He put into the pot. So that's what's going to happen until AB gets back out there with his teammates. Everybody's going to have to come in, chip in, and raise their level of play just that much higher.
I think we found out, though, who they are going to be using like they use AB. You know, as I was joking with Willie, and we had the discussion back and forth. The way they moved around Juju Smith-Schuster and gave him the opportunity to make so many great plays, and he made some great plays. 6 catches, 75 yards, and a touchdown, a 49-yard long. I mean, he had a great game. Now, this sets up, as we keep talking about, if you see New England or anybody in the playoffs, you're putting up 34 points without the best receiver in the NFL on your team that's sitting at home. You talk about him coming back in any kind of form, that's dangerous.
That's true. I mean, then again, this is a team that 45 points put on them by Blake Bortles and the Jacksonville Jaguars offense that has been improving. But I do want to point out, again, it's December 25th, as we all know. The next time that this team is going to play a game of any significance is either January 13th or 14th.
Wow.
So that's when you know that Antonio Brown is going to have to get out there on that field, and we'll see how rusty they are, if at all, against Jacksonville, or the Ravens could be coming back in their house. The Chiefs, who we know have their number, could be knocking on that Heinz Field door.
It might be the first meaningful game, but these next couple of games they're priceless. They're priceless for guys like Eli Rogers, Martavis Bryant, even Juju Smith-Schuster. These games right now are important to get those reps in.
Real quick then, how much do you think they're going to play guys against the Browns next week? I mean, they still need it just in case the Patriots falter against the Jets, but what do you think that looks like next week?
Well, I think, you pull a page from old Jimmy Johnson book where you tell everybody, hey, we need this game because we have a chance at winning that first round bye. And we go into this game and we play. No, we're going to play the game. And then you start pulling people out as you see fit when you get the game in hand. Right. This way, you don't lose the week of practice. You want to keep their heads into the practice. Like you said, Rick, they don't have another meaningful game, January 13th or 14th. Yeah. You got to keep, so you can't, it's too much time to lose. I think Tomlin will do that.
Okay. We'll see how that, I mean, that was one of the...
We won't be hearing about this guy's going to sit, this guy's going to sit. You won't hear about that.
The social media reaction of DeAndre Hopkins' peers, everybody, the whole social media circuit lit up when this happened. It was truly a remarkable catch. That, when we come back here, when we wrap up our Christmas Day edition of the Mazda post-game show, Endgame, NFL Total Access Endgame comes right after Eagles and Raiders. Finish up your Christmas holiday double dip. All right, again, so he knew that he was trying to posterize Hayden, and then when he couldn't backhand single-handed it, the rest of it was just pure instinct, right? That's what you guys say, Reggie?
Oh, yeah.
And Irv?
He tried to posterize him.
Yeah, well, that's
unbelievable.
Instincts, gifts, God-given.
And he knew it.
Focus, concentration, body control.
Sean Watson tweeting, my Brody is the best wide receiver in the game. That's a goat. It's a goat emoji right there. Oh, JJ busted out the hold-on player. He went HOP. He wants the call from Prime, obviously. All to check it out. Yeah, that was incredible. It really, really was. That was just awesome to see.
That was beautiful.
And it's amazing how you just keep feeding 9 different quarterbacks for him. I guess that was going into the game. Do we count Taylor Heineke?
Yeah, that's another.
That technically, did Taylor Heineke target him? Words I never thought I would say on a post-game show on the NFL Network, but that's the state of 2017, you know. But this catch was just something I don't think we could see enough.
Yeah, and Tirico did a great job calling it the Christmas catch, you know. It was.
And by the way, look, you know, the refs have been getting it left, right, up, and down. Both of them got it. Both of them saw it.
Bam.
The guy that's looking at it right there saw, is it a catch? And then number 9, watch the toe tap.
Yes, that's what's important, is the toe tap. Now, if he would have caught that with that one hand, that would have been great. But just getting them feet down, Rich, I don't think you understand it. Maybe only 15% of the receivers in this league catches that ball and get their feet in bounds.
Get their feet in bounds, maybe, but catching that ball, I don't even know if it's that high, Reggie. That's such an incredible play from a body control standpoint.
Well, the tip first, too.
Right. It just, you know what I mean? And we have some great athletes in this league, boy, but that's just a physical. That guy's right there is just a beast, man.
Okay.
He's a beast.
Well,
now you see why Bill O'Brien, I want to throw the ball to him 15, 20 times.
Yeah, you should.
Even when he's covered, I want to throw it to him.
Absolutely. Okay, so once again, the Ravens and the Titans have winning-in positions. The Ravens are at home against Cincinnati, the Titans against Jacksonville, which has nothing to play for. They're the 3 seed regardless of what happens in that game. Then the Bills and the Chargers need to win their games at Miami and home against the Raiders, respectively, and get some help in front of them. Meanwhile, the Steelers are at home against the Cleveland Browns, hoping to beat them and look up and see the Jets taking care of business against New England. But I think there might be another holiday miracle time for something like that to happen.
Coming up.
No offense. No offense. Okay, this was great. Now, Irv, when you pick games next week, be careful. Be careful.
It's going to be tight.
You got to finish. Like I said, like I was telling you, take that chest, puff it out, and hit the tape, just like I did last year. Okay,
I will do that. Merry Christmas to everyone out there.
Merry
Christmas.
Total Access Endgame is the next highlight show and analysis show. Highlights and analysis after Monday Night Football.
Thank you for watching the Mazda postgame show. Presented by the Mazda CX-5. Driving matters.
Gifts crafted by human hands move us the most, especially those infused with the passion of the people who create them. This holiday, treat yourself to a Mazda, crafted just for you. Celebrate the season with a test drive today. Mazda. Driving matters.
Thank you for watching this presentation of the National Football League on NFL Network.